We will now work on for 2011 Math 112, Test 2, number 20, number 21, and number 22. Number 20, evaluate this expression with the given value of each variable. Now, first thing, of course, you need to know how to plug this value in to that expression. For example, the x is -1/2. Here, x squared means it's -1/2 being squared. You need to put that parenthesis. Without the parenthesis, you are only squaring the 1, or maybe you are squaring 1/2 only, right? Okay, but the x is -1/2. When we say x squared, means you are squaring the -1/2 minus the y is 4/5, and the z is the z is -5/8. Now notice that if I write it this way, it looks like a subtraction. Even if I put a dot there, and you try to say that's multiplication, but it's harder to see. Now, so you will use parentheses here. Okay. Now remember, the function of a parenthesis is not only as a grouping symbol, it is also a separator, and in this case it is as a multiplication. Now then from here I will go on computing this. I will follow order operations. We have exponent, multiplication, and subtraction. Exponent comes first. Negative being squared is positive. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. And I copy the rest. Okay, and then from there I will multiply. Subtraction, multiplication. Multiplication comes first. This is 1, this is 2. Okay, so I get 1/4 minus -1/2. Okay, the smiling face, 1/4 plus 1/2. I think you should be able to take it from here already. The LCD is 4. Therefore, the sum is 3/4. Okay. Number 21. Now I will show you how to work it out using first LCD method, and then after that I think I will show you how to do it using conventional method. Now with LCD method, let's see, the LCD of 5, 3, and 8. 5 and 3 give us 15, 15 and 8 give us 120. Okay, if we insist on doing LCD method, remember that LCD method we need to multiply each fractions by the LCD, right? Now, so before I multiply by the LCD, I will change each one of them into improper fraction first. This way then we can easily multiply by the LCD later on. Multiply by 120. Okay, 120 divided by 5 is 24. 24 times 13 is 312. -312 equals to negative, okay, 120 by 3 is 40. 40 times 20 is 800, minus 120 divided by 8 is 15. 15 times 5 is 75. Now from here we go on. This will be 488 equals to -75x. So x will be -488 over 75. And because we have mixed number to start with, I will change this back to mixed number. Let's see, that will be -1. This is my scratchbook here. 488 divided by 75. How many times will that be? 6 times for 450. That's 38. So it will be -638 over 75 equals to x. Okay. Now let's say I want to try doing this problem using a conventional method. Let me grab another paper. let's say I want to do that using conventional method. Let me copy down the question again here. When it comes to this big LCD, we can't really tell which method is better. You kind of like need to follow your intuition. Of course, you need to practice enough that you sharpen your intuition, but we can't really tell. And for some people this is easier. For some other people this is easier. If you ask me first which method I will do this problem with, I tend to use conventional method, but that's my tendency. Okay, that's my preference. Now, if I do conventional method here, what I will do is I will move this to the left hand side. Negative 2 3/5 plus 6 2/3 equals to negative 5 over 8x. Now, and then to add that, I need to do LCD, which is 15. And this is 9. Okay, now and then when I need to add this, negative goes to the small number, so this will be positive, but because they have different signs, I need to subtract instead. Let me do it the side. 6/10 over 15 minus 2 9 over 15, that's equals to 4 1 over 15. Then I get 4 1 over 15 equals to negative 5 over 8x. Okay, now then the next thing I will do is I will multiply the other side by the reciprocal. That will be, now to multiply fractions with a mixed number, I need this to be improper fraction first. And then seems like I cannot do cross cancelling, huh? Then it will be negative 488 over 75 equals to x. Notice that that's what we have here. Okay, notice that they're the same. Now therefore this will give me negative 638 over 75 equals to x. Okay, that's another way to do it. Now in case that you feel you don't have enough space, if you do it there, just make it 2 columns. Okay, you can make it 2 columns. Now let's go on to number 22. Number 22, here we have 2 parentheses, and both of them grouping symbols. You have operation here, you also have operation there. Okay, now then we can actually do both of them at the same time, but if I want to be technically correct, then I need to take a look inside these both grouping symbols. One of them subtraction, the other one is multiplication. I should do the multiplication first, supposedly. Okay, let me follow that. Some teachers will allow you to do both at the same time, and in the higher level I don't mind, but in this class we learn order operations. Let's apply that properly. This is 2, this is 5. Right, and therefore it will be 16 minus 11 over 12 quantity cube minus negative 6 over 5 quantity square. And then from here, this one here, the parentheses already without operation inside, but the one here still have operation. Now I will work on this. To subtract, I need LCD, which is 12 in this case. This will give me negative 9 over 12 to the power of 3 minus negative 6 over 5 square. Now, this question is not that easy actually at this point. Most people, when they see this question, what they will do is they will do the exponent, both of them at the same time. But if you think about this a little bit, cubing 9 and 12 will give you very, very big numbers. And if that's the only way you can do it, then you have to do it. In this case, there's a little twist in this question in which you can reduce this. Okay, now if you cube them right away, they will grow up really big. Now instead of cubing it right away, what I will do, I will simplify that first, reduce that first. Okay, otherwise you will need a very big denominator, and who knows, even in this case you still have very big denominators. Now let's see. From here I will do the exponent, both of them at the same time. This will be negative 27 over 64 minus the square of a positive. It will be the square of negative will be positive. That will be positive 36 over 25. Now at this point we still bump into a hard problem. What is the LCD of 64 and 25? Now give you a little hint, and I hope you remember what I said in class. Do they have common factor? 64 and 25. If they don't have common factor, then the LCD must be the product. Which is not always true in general, but when we do LCD, we don't always multiply the denominators, okay, to find the LCD. Only when they don't have common factor that the LCD is equal to the product. Now let me continue. This is 8 here, and that's 12. This is 1600. Okay, so that is the LCD, 1600. Now 64 times 25 give me 1600. So 27 times 25 give me what? This is 4, 5 here. That's 675. Negative 675 minus 25 times 40. No, is it 40? No, 25 times 64 gave me 1600. So 36 should be multiplied by 64 as well. There will be 2304. Now then I need to compute this, because I am basically adding two negative numbers. Then the sign will be the same. I will keep the denominator because that's why we do LCD. And then because we are adding the same sign, we will add the numbers after we get the sign, after we keep the sign. This is 9, this is 7, this is 9, this is 2. Okay, now do I need, this is improper fractions, but do I need to change this back to, do I need to change this to mixed number? Then if we look at there's no mixed number to start with, then you can stop here. However, if you need to make it mixed number, it's okay. That will be negative 1379 over 1600. Okay, now this is questions from fall 2011 Math 112 Test 2, number 20, 21, and number 22.